Hey Steelers fans, welcome back to the channel. You already know the Pittsburgh Steelers are working hard every single week to sharpen their game, aiming to deliver top-notch results for the city and all of us who bleed black and gold. Today, we have a massive update for you. We'll be diving into breaking news from the NFL about a cap space increase, its implications for the Steelers, and some crucial decisions ahead for the team as we close out the 2024 season and look toward 2025. And hey, while you're here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your fellow Steelers faithful. Let's jump into it. First, let's celebrate what's been an outstanding season so far. Sitting at 10-3 and with a firm lead in the AFC North, the Steelers are looking like serious contenders as the postseason nears. The team is laser-focused on their Week 15 matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles, a game that promises to be a critical test for Pittsburgh. With every win, they're inching closer to securing home field advantage in the playoffs, a key factor in their pursuit of another Lombardi trophy. But while we're celebrating, it's impossible not to look ahead. Steelers general manager Omar Khan and the front office are already preparing for 2025, aiming to build a team that can sustain success and remain competitive. And we just got some incredible news that could make the impossible seem a little more achievable. According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, the NFL's salary cap is projected to jump by 8% in 2025. After increasing to $255.4 million in 2024, this means teams will have nearly $20 million more in cap space to work with. For the Steelers and the other 31 NFL franchises, this is huge. Managing cap space is one of the trickiest parts of building a successful team. Balancing player extensions, free agency decisions, and potential trades while staying under the cap requires a perfect mix of strategy and luck. For Pittsburgh, this cap increase opens up intriguing possibilities. As it stands, the Steelers have just over $225 million in committed cap space for 2025. But remember, that number is flexible. Players can be released to free up space, and contracts can be restructured. The real question is how the team will approach its key free agents and big roster decisions. Two of the biggest free agent decisions looming for Pittsburgh involve quarterbacks Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Wilson joined the Steelers on a one-year deal during the 2024 offseason, while Fields was acquired via trade from the Chicago Bears after Pittsburgh declined his fifth-year option. The Steelers fan base is already buzzing about which quarterback should stay beyond 2024. Fields has shown flashes of brilliance as a backup, while Wilson's experience and leadership have been valuable. Initially, it seemed like the Steelers would have to choose one or the other, but the cap increase changes the equation. Keeping both quarterbacks on the roster could be a realistic possibility. If both players want to stay in Pittsburgh, Fields would likely need to accept another season as a backup, but having two capable quarterbacks could be an invaluable asset for the Steelers' postseason hopes. Another big decision awaits regarding Najee Harris. Despite being one of the most consistent running backs in the NFL with 4 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, the Steelers declined Harris's fifth-year option. This caught many fans off guard. With Harris set to hit free agency after this season, the team must decide whether to offer him a lucrative extension or let him walk. Harris's health and durability have been standout qualities as he's never missed a game since joining the Steelers. But the Steelers also have Jaylen Warren, a versatile restricted free agent who could be a more cost-effective option for the team. Letting Harris go would be a tough pill to swallow, especially for fans, but it might be the best move to maintain flexibility under the cap. As if the Steelers didn't already have enough on their plate, they've been dealt a tough blow on offense. Star wide receiver George Pickens is battling a hamstring injury that could sideline him longer than initially expected. Pickens missed the Week 14 game against the Cleveland Browns, and insider Mark Kaboly raised serious questions about how the team has handled his injury. Kaboly expressed confusion over the Steelers' approach, particularly why they didn't order an MRI immediately to assess the severity of the issue. Historically, the team has been cautious with soft tissue injuries, so the lack of urgency here is puzzling. Some fans and analysts are now calling for Pickens to be held out until the postseason to ensure he's fully healthy. But there's a catch. Pittsburgh is still fighting to clinch the division and secure a home playoff game, and being without their top offensive playmaker could significantly impact those efforts. Joey Porter Jr. didn't just arrive in Pittsburgh as a rookie, he came with legacy status. The son of Steelers legend Joey Porter Sr., who was known for his bone-crushing hits and intense personality, Joey Jr. came into the NFL with massive expectations. But let's be real, folks, Joey Jr. isn't a clone of his dad. He's carving out his own path. In the 2023 NFL Draft, Steelers fans were initially divided when Pittsburgh used their first pick on offensive tackle Broderick Jones instead of Porter. Many thought it was a missed opportunity. But here's the twist. Pittsburgh had the 32nd pick, and they pounced on Porter Jr. It felt like fate, and the hype around this young cornerback skyrocketed. The hands-on corner one thing that followed Porter from his college days at Penn State was the label of being handsy. Scouts noticed it, analysts highlighted it, and now it's a topic of conversation for Steelers fans. Fast forward to 2024, and Porter's handsy style has led to some eyebrow-raising moments. Through 13 games this season, Porter has been flagged 15 times, including 3 declined penalties. Of those, 13 were related to his hand usage, illegal use of hands, holding, or pass interference. Against the Bengals, he even earned 2 flags on a single play, a holding penalty early in the route and a pass interference call at the end. Fan concerns and Mark Kaboly's perspective. Naturally, some fans are worried. Could these penalties cost the Steelers a critical game down the stretch? Mark Kaboly from the Pat McAfee Show joined 93.7 The Fan to talk about it. Kaboly acknowledged the issue but urged fans to take a step back. According to him, Joey Porter Jr. has made significant strides since his rookie year. For context, Porter didn't start immediately in 2023. The Steelers eased him into the lineup, and it's paying off. Tackling, which was a concern during his rookie year, has vastly improved. In 2023, he played in 17 games and started 11, recording 43 tackles. In 2024, he's already started all 13 games and has racked up 56 tackles. That's a solid improvement, showing his commitment to development. Coach Tomlin's take. When asked about Porter's penalties, head coach Mike Tomlin had a classic response. You've probably heard this one before. I'd rather say whoa than sick 'em. Translation: Tomlin loves Porter's aggressive play and would much rather have to rein him in than push him to be more assertive. Tomlin also praised Porter's serial killer mentality on the field. Now, that's a compliment that makes any football fan smile. It's exactly what you want in a cornerback who's tasked with shutting down some of the best receivers in the league. Porter's perspective. For his part, Porter feels like he's being singled out, and he might have a point. At 6 feet 2 inches with an 81-inch wingspan, his long arms are hard to miss. That extra reach helps him lock down receivers, but it also makes him an easy target for officials. Porter believes he's flagged more often simply because his style of play is more noticeable. It's frustrating, but it's also something he's working to overcome. What's next for Porter and the Steelers? Here's the deal, Steelers Nation. Joey Porter Jr. is a work in progress, and that's okay. He's young, talented, and determined to improve. With secondary coach Grady Brown working closely with him, there's every reason to believe he'll iron out the penalty issues. As Mark Kaboly pointed out, the Steelers have always been cautious with player development, and they're taking the same approach with Porter. The cap space increase in 2025 gives Pittsburgh much-needed breathing room to make crucial roster decisions. The team faces tough calls on whether to keep both Fields and Wilson, re-sign Harris, and handle other key free agents. George Pickens' health is a pressing concern that could define the remainder of the season. With a strong defense and veteran leadership, the Steelers have the tools to weather these challenges. But success in the NFL often comes down to having your best players available at the right time. Whether it's Fields, Wilson, Harris, or Pickens, the decisions made now will have a ripple effect on the team's chances of adding another Lombardi trophy to the collection. Now it's time for you to weigh in, Steelers fans. What do you think? Should the Steelers have acted faster on Pickens' injury, and do you agree with Kaboly's suggestion to rest him until the playoffs? With the cap increase on the horizon, should Pittsburgh aim to keep both Fields and Wilson, or is it time to commit to one quarterback? Should Najee Harris remain a Steeler, or is it time to move on and prioritize Jaylen Warren? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from the most passionate fan base in the league. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and as always, here we go, Steelers.